It's time to jump into the Wayback Machine and go back to the 80s. I am your host, Golden J, and with me, as always, my man, Frankie Vegas.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers.
And we are here to take you back to the greatest, most controversial decade ever. So let's begin.
Let's do it.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Oh, yeah. That's right. Me and Frankie are going to take on the hard-ass fucking question, the most controversial thing to ever happen in the 80s, which is still being fought today. And upon the rewatch of this movie today, I wondered how they got away with all the shit that they got away with.
Hey.
But yeah, me and Frankie are hanging out here in the studio. Of course, we're recording several episodes to get caught up after Frankie's crash and the holiday season, which in turn is actually more of a pain in the ass than Frankie's crash. Poor guy. I mean, I got you in the studio. Are you feeling okay so far? We're doing all right?
I'm
Okay.
doing good. I'm doing good.
It's funny because we just got done recording the Motley Crue final of our series of Dr. Feelgood. And when we started, I was kind of watching Frankie and his mannerisms and everything going on, and I thought, yeah, we're gonna get one episode in today, and because I can just see he's just uncomfortable and kind of just spaced. But as we got into it, he woke up and started having fun, and so here we are continuing on with our recording process here.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Are you, this is going to come out on Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's having a good morning, and enjoying the family, because let's face it, that truly is the highlight of Christmas morning, is enjoying time with your family.
Absolutely.
Even though if they're just a big bunch of pain in the asses, but it doesn't matter. You're with them. It's the season to enjoy. We hope you got some cool toy.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to get the toys that I bought for myself, and put some of those to good use. So, I love getting gifts on Christmas. Don't get me wrong. I know everybody says it's like, oh, it's about giving. It is about giving.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing for me on Christmas is like, you're watching somebody unwrap something and you're like, did they like it? Mm-hmm. Although the last couple years for us, it was basically stuff off of their Amazon list that I know that they wanted. So I don't really worry that they wanted it, but it's always, you still got that in the back of your mind. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's weird. What is your plan? What are your Christmas plans?
We always do Christmas morning. Kids and grandkids come over. We have Christmas breakfast. And
what do you guys serve for Christmas breakfast?
There's like a few different.
Don't leave me hanging here, Frankie.
I don't know the names of them. There's different Christmas casseroles.
Okay.
There's usually like a sausage and egg, bacon and egg casserole, sausage and egg casserole, French toast casserole.
Oh.
Maybe some biscuits and gravy.
Oh.
Stuff like that.
I like biscuits and gravy a lot.
Yeah, cinnamon rolls, I think.
Oh yeah, you gotta have cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
So you guys now is it difficult to get everybody to sit down and eat breakfast before the grandkids want to go unwrap stuff?
It hasn't been an issue yet.
Right.
I mean, they all seem to do pretty good about it. They've always done it, so they don't know any different, I guess.
That's a good point.
At our house. So.
That's a good point. So growing up, I don't know that you've ever been out to my mom's house where it's at.
No.
But there was about an acre of property with two houses on it. My mom's house, and then my grandparents' house was the other house. which my uncle now lives in, and that was our Christmas Eve ritual. Was we always went to my grandparents' house for Christmas Eve, and my grandma, God bless her, I miss her. She was an amazing cook, and she always did up a big Christmas Eve dinner, and so that was the thing, is like you had to go get through Christmas Eve dinner before you could unwrap, because we always unwrapped the the other side of the family, you know, the immediate, my mom, dad, my sister, and me. We always did Christmas morning, but you went over there to exchange gifts with everybody, and it was always a big round table type thing. It was hours of fucking, you know, everybody did one present at a time. You know, it wasn't like a free for all or anything, you know. And it was always warm, cozy, and enjoyable. And you always did it with a full belly, which was great because she always made amazing meals. Now we did that for a while after her passing, but now it's just more about Christmas morning.
Yeah.
So we'll head up to Gunner's on Christmas Eve. We'll stay the night up there and be there first thing Christmas morning, and then we'll have the breakfast. They usually do cinnamon rolls. Skylar and Jess usually bring in biscuits and gravy, and we'll do that, and then we'll spend time with the family and still do the round table. It's like youngest to oldest, and it's always fun. And like I said, you always enjoy watching them unwrap and seeing the expression on their face, whether they love it or not. You pretty much know right away. Yeah. It's like, oh, wow, thanks. Yeah, this is great. This sweater is the best thing ever. I didn't know you could find a picture of Santa Claus with a snowman up his ass. I got that just for you, Skylar. Love you, brother. But yeah, so that's our plans for this year. As exciting as they are, but like always, from October through January 1st, Golden J just likes to see this season pass quickly, because it is so fucking busy for me. You know, with of course doing all of the October stuff for Tusop and Golden 80s, and then, you know, kind of leveling out a little bit before Thanksgiving, but you're always focused on Christmas after Halloween. You know, what's next. And yeah, I'm looking for January 1st to be done and just settle in and plan for next year. And I got some plans for next year, so I'm excited.
Cool.
I hope you guys enjoyed the Motley Crue series. We did some different things with it by adding in the music, and we will continue, we will continue to try to add more into these episodes that we do. So a lot of it I won't know until until I'm editing and, you know, in post and trying to figure out what I can find and put in and so on and so forth. But that's kind of where we're at. We're hoping to enjoy it. I'd love to hear from you guys. I really would fucking love to hear from you guys.
Please.
TheGoldenImage80s@gmail.com. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Of course, a lot of the inner group has spoke up. They really liked what I did with adding the music and the stuff in between there, and I mean, it's enjoyable for me. I feel like I'm doing a little bit more for you. And of course, you can see, because I'm adding video too. We're putting video on our YouTube, so go check out our YouTube at Golden 80s. I think it's just at Golden 80s, isn't it?
I don't remember.
I had it written down.
I'd have to look.
I'd have to go back and listen to one of the previous pods, but go find us on YouTube. The Golden 80s. Find us on YouTube, because all of our videos are going straight up there.
Yeah.
You can still donate at Ko-fi if you want to. It's still there, but there's a membership there, but you're not going to get a lot right now going into the future. And I will announce if we add more to that to try to do something. But
maybe we can do a name my new car or something.
Hey, there you go. Name Frankie's new car. It's a beauty, by the way. I did check it out when I was outside a little bit ago.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Like I said, I thought for sure you went with that Colts blue.
No, I didn't even really think of that. I mean, blue is my favorite color, but, you know.
I get that.
I just liked it because it was blue.
He likes it because it was blue. It's a good-looking car. Oh. And I'm glad that you guys, that your son stepped up and did what he did for you. That's amazing. And then, you didn't have to worry about trying to get around after that.
Yeah.
Especially since, part of your job is driving around and delivering and stuff like that. And that'd be rough. All right. So, in order to bring you Christmas cheer, me and Frankie are going to talk about perfectly picked games.
There we go.
Let's do this.
If you're always searching for the next big sale, whether it's a rare board game, a classic toy, or something brand new, Perfectly Picked Games is your destination. Our live auctions on the Whatnot app are packed with exclusive picks, competitive prices, and fast-paced fun. Tune in Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for board games and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for toys. First time joining? Use code Golden Mojo for 10% off your first purchase. It's your weekly hunt for savings on the Whatnot app.
And that was Perfectly Picked Games. Go check him out on the Whatnot app. Jake does a great job. He's a great presenter. All right, so Frankie, you ready are you ready to get into the most controversial movie ever that people are still fighting about today?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's die on that hill.
Are you ready to die on that hill? All right. Well, this 1988 American action film, starring Bruce Willis and, of course, the great Alan Rickman. God rest his soul. Man, it's hard to believe he's gone.
I know.
It follows a New York City detective named John McClane. Gets entangled with a terrorist takeover of a Los Angeles skyscraper at Christmas time. At the time of Christmas.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Do we just want to get this out right away, or do we want to wait?
Let's just do it.
All right, Frankie.
Okay. Is it a Christmas movie?
Is it a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
I have stood on top of that hill for a long, long time to say this is not a Christmas movie.
I agree. No,
Well,
it the only thing that it had to do with Christmas is the time of year. It was a summer blockbuster.
It was
didn't even come out at Christmas.
It was released in July of '88, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It had absolutely nothing really to do with Christmas, as a traditional Christmas movie would do. Whether it's The Grinch or Christmas Vacation or
Santa
Christmas
Claus.
Stories, Santa Claus. It just happened to be part of the movie was it's when it happened.
Right.
He's even going to see his estranged that word, wife at Christmas time during her Christmas party at work.
Right.
And that's about the only reference of Christmas that you're going to get.
And like I said, I've stood on this hill for a long, long time. I don't believe this is a Christmas movie. On the rewatch, I was like, I can get where people can argue this because it is at Christmas time. I mean, and there's lots of little references. Like, at one point he writes "ho ho ho" on the dead guy's shirt. He uses Christmas wrapping on his back, Christmas tape. But it doesn't. To me, I think what it doesn't bring is that Christmas-y feel.
Yeah.
It's not like it's warm and cozy and Lacey is on her way to a town that she hasn't visited in 20 fucking years and she falls for the boyfriend she left behind to go be a super success in the fucking in the fashion world, and she comes back because her fucking grandmother left her a fucking Christmas egg, or I'm making shit up. I'm just writing a fucking Hallmark movie as I go here. Hold on.
Well, no, it's Lacey Chabert, so it probably was made. Out of her 300 Christmas movies.
Oh, my God. That was something that we had to do a week and a half ago, is that we had to sign up for the Hallmark Channel stream because somebody with the initials RC wants to watch fucking, these Hallmark Christmas movies because that's what she does at this time of year.
That's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And of course, every time I walk in, because,
Hey, I don't mind watching Lacey Chabert.
I'd like to watch her naked. Naked. Every time I walk in, it's her on the TV in some Hallmark movie. So, yeah. When, what's her name? Aunt Becky from Full House got into all that controversy over the college thing. It was her all the time in all these Hallmark. Thank you. Could not think of that girl's name. It was her in all those movies. And now that she kind of got shunned from Hollywood because of that, which is fucking stupid if you ask me. Why shun this woman for fucking trying to give her kids a better education?
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah.
If you have the money, you do the same damn thing.
Everybody fucking do it. A bunch of hypocritical motherfuckers out there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Aunt Becky got shunned, and then Lacey pretty much takes over and does them all. So those are Christmas movies, people.
Yes.
Those are the movies where it's all about something to do with the holiday and what the holiday brings and warms your spirit and makes you want to fucking donate all your money to a charity to raise funds for every kid in America to have a fucking Christmas stocking or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Once again, I could write a Hallmark movie, bitches. Watch out.
There you go.
I could do it.
But
this has none of that in it.
No.
I mean, it has increments of Christmas because
that's the time of year it is. But, let me say this. I will say, but if this is like a family tradition where you all on Christmas Eve or whatever sit around and watch Die Hard, fine. Then it's a Christmas movie. I mean, if you want it to be, that's fine.
Right.
Just like Nightmare Before Christmas. Is it Halloween? Is it Christmas? It's whatever you want it to be, in my opinion.
Right. What is your opinion on that one?
I've never seen it. I don't know.
You've never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas?
I just never caught my interest.
I won't disagree with you. I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but to me, it's a Halloween movie. You watch it at Halloween and prep yourself for Christmas. It's that transition movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You watch it the day after Halloween to prep for Christmas because it is Halloween Town or whatever it is, and then they go to Christmas Town, and then they go back to Halloween Town. And
Thanksgiving, they're like, wait, fuck you guys.
Yeah. Thanksgiving's in the middle going, we're still here. Somebody make a fucking movie about us. I did. It's called What Happens in the Bathroom Stays in the Bathroom. After the parade. The parade of people going into the bathroom after Thanksgiving meal. So yeah, let's break this down a little bit. We'll try to make this a little bit quicker because we all know that you have paused your Christmas celebrations. You got the grandkids pissed because you're like, listen, we're going to pause because we had to listen to Golden 80s podcast today. And we'll try to make this somewhat quick so that you can get back to the festivities.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a basically simple premise,
Uh-huh.
Bruce Willis and his wife, they're going through a separation. She took a job, in L.A. because it was a great opportunity. He stayed in New York.
Because he's a jealous fucktard that couldn't see his wife.
And he's a cop, and as he said, you just can't up and leave your cases,
I mean...
But he makes a point, but, whatever.
Well, I don't know if I'd buy into that. I mean, why wouldn't you? She was going to work for this fucking company and just make bank.
Yeah.
Just go out there and enjoy your fucking life. Swim in the fucking swimming pool. Have fun with your kids. Let her go off to work and make all the money. And, but, John McClane is not that boring individual.
Yeah. No, he is not.
If he would have, though, he probably wouldn't have gotten into all the trouble he's gotten into.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so basically he goes there. He got a limo pick him up, which I never understood why a limo picked him up, but whatever.
Mr. Nakatomi knew that he was coming in.
Oh, I didn't think they knew.
He did because when he got there and he meets him, he's like, I'm assuming that I have to thank you for the ride. Because he's like, how was your ride in?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he's like, well, I think that was the least we could do. And I think that's where they were at.
Okay.
At that point. That's why there was a limo.
I mean, that went over my head.
Yeah, that's okay. He was just as surprised when he got to the airport that, as anybody else. But I think the other question, though, would be why did he take him to the Christmas party? Why wouldn't they have the limo pick him up and take him back to the house where the kids were at and then send her home, early? It's like, well, your husband just flew in. Yeah. We had him picked up with a limo.
He would have no movie.
I know, right? I know. It's one of those little plot holes that we kind of just shake our head at. But Argyle, you got to have Argyle in this fucking movie. Even though he's not a major character, you're like, yeah, this motherfucker, man, he knows how to fucking swindle his way around doing work.
Yeah.
He talked about being a cab driver, and now he's a limo driver. And he's like, you know what? I'll just stay here. You let me know if I need to pick you up and take you somewhere. And then he just goes down and sits in the back of the limo, fucking cranks up the tunes and starts drinking and fucking hollering at his ladies. It's like, yo, they think I'm on my way to blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, yeah, this guy knows how to fucking hide out. But even though that limo's got to have a low jack system on it. I can't imagine at that time that it didn't have some sort of tracker on it.
Yeah.
Because they've had that for a long time. And I would imagine a big company getting hired by big companies to haul their people around wouldn't have some sort of low jack.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
But then he goes, he's there, his wife sees him, they see each other, blah, blah, blah. She goes back down to the party. I think we've all seen this movie.
You're just kind of hitting the top.
And he's in the bathroom getting cleaned up. And then that's when all the shit starts happening with Hans Gruber.
Listen, important thing just to reminisce is when he was on the plane, he doesn't like to fly. You can tell.
Yeah.
His guy next to him is like, listen, when you get back to wherever you're at, just take your shoes off and just make fists with your feet.
With your toes.
Yeah. And
into the carpet.
Yeah, and it helps relax a little bit. And he's like, it's better than a massage. Which they go back in there, he's cleaning up. Him and Holly fight. His wife Holly, they fight because once again, John is being a dick because he's jealous. I think it's jealousy. But she goes back to the party, and then he takes his shoes off. He's kind of doing that thing with his feet, and he's trying to relax. And he's like, "I'll be goddamn." That does work. And then this shit starts to happen. He starts hearing gunshots and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So,
so it basically just becomes this whole. Being a cop, he knows, how to play that cat and mouse game.
Right,
so,
right.
And, he ends up taking a few of the guys out, gets a radio, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And it's just basically, going through him and Gruber having their back and forth. And he finally gets that radio, gets a hold of a cop on the outside. And...
Yeah,
and everything just starts going from there. And
Sergeant Al Powell. Which is played by, I have a list
Reginald Vell Johnson.
Which you might know from...
Family Matters.
Thank you. God damn.
Where he played Carl Winslow.
Right. Who also was a cop.
Who was also a cop.
Have you heard that...
A Chicago cop.
Have you heard that theory of how all that played out?
I have. I don't remember it, but I remember hearing it one time.
Okay, so the Al Powell theory is a popular fan theory connecting the characters of Al Powell, Sergeant Al Powell from Die Hard, and Carl Winslow from Family Matters, suggesting Powell's trauma from shooting a kid in Die Hard leads him to create the idealized life of Carl Winslow in a disassociated state, where Steve Urkel represents the haunting guilt of that accidental shooting. The theory also poses that Powell's Twinkie obsession in Die Hard links to his need to contain the evil and badness he witnessed, eventually leading to a mental breakdown and the Family Matters fantasy world where he's a less traumatized cop. And that is the simplified version of that. There is a couple videos out from a couple different that were on TikTok, but it's from a different podcast where they break it down from the very beginning to where he's at now, and all that. But it's a lot like the whole Harry Potter theory that Harry actually is a traumatized in a fucking mental state hospital, a mental hospital, and that all of Hogwarts and all that is just a visuality.
Yeah.
And that this is the same thing, that the Carl Winslow, the Family Matters is just his delusional state, and where he is reduced. He's probably sitting in a fucking padded room somewhere, and
I kind of like that theory.
It's a fun theory. I loved it when I listened to it.
I'm gonna have to go look it up and actually listen.
The Twinkie, check this out. Powell's obsession with Twinkies and Die Hard stems from the Egon Spengler's explanation in Ghostbusters that Twinkie can represent evil. Powell eating them is an attempt to contain the horror.
I love it.
It's fucking amazing. I love this shit. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. That is that connection there as far as those go. But anyways, continue on, Frankie.
Yeah, but he's going through, and it's all these different scenarios are happening where he's I'm trying to keep things in order, but I've kind of screwed that up, I think. But yeah, he go through, he's talking to his connection outside, and because he got a hold of the police once, the fire department, because he set off the fire alarm.
Right. Yep.
But then these guys, they're good. They know how to. They got this all planned out.
They're prepared
great tech
for all
guy.
that.
And so they were able to call and say, "Oh no, false alarm! Somebody got drunk and accidentally pulled the fire." And so they're turning around, and McClane just and they're going, "Motherfuck, what the hell?"
So he ends up calling on the radio to 911 dispatch. Who the fucking lady on there is like, "This is a." You can't call in on this. And he's like, well, come down here and arrest me then. Yeah. Come down here. And, of course, that's when they send, Sergeant Al.
Yeah.
And, of course, he goes in. And, of course, those guys are playing it cool. He leaves. But John McClane throws a fucking dead body onto his fucking police car.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, then all the bad guys start shooting up the car, which I'd forgotten about.
Yeah.
And, of course, I once again, now I don't understand how a police officer who was supposed to be trained in driving a car just completely panics and fucking runs himself off the embankment.
Well,
Let it slow. Man, God, everything is a crap! Welcome to the party, pal!
you got to remember, though, he was just doing that because he was on his way home, because he was the death jockey after he shot that kid.
That's true.
He just couldn't be out on the streets anymore, couldn't bring himself to have that possibility of pulling a gun again.
Yep. Couldn't draw his weapon.
And so since he was on his way home, he's like, yeah, I'll check it out,
Right. So, yeah. Meanwhile, Hans and the group have take down Mr. Nakiyomi.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get logged into his computer system and
I forgot about that scene.
Yeah, and so they end up. Nakiyomi says, "Well, it ain't gonna do you any good, and I'm not gonna tell you, so you just have to fucking kill me." So they just shoot him. It's just boom. He's done.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's what it's gotta be, we've got our computer genius over here who's gonna get us in.
Yeah.
And so what they're doing is they're trying to get into the vault because there's $640 million in untraceable bearer bonds in there.
Yes.
So it's not a terrorist attack. It's just
a robbery.
It's a robbery. And a very big robbery.
Yeah.
But Hans makes it clear in the end, towards the end, is like, if you steal $640, you could disappear and nobody gives a shit. Mm-hmm. You steal $640 million, they're going to hunt you down and find you unless they think you're already dead. And that brings us to...
Shit. God dang it.
throughout, that's okay, Frankie. It's fine. Throughout the movie, John is knocking.
My brain scrambled.
Throughout the movie, John's knocking off the team. There was 12 of them, I think, 12 or 15. He's knocking them out. One of which, the first one to go was the brother to the badass who's in the crew. Yeah. I can't think of his fucking name right at the top of my head, but Carl's brother.
Yeah.
So Carl is the badass, and Carl is now just blind with rage over the death of his brother, and he's going to go after him. But in the meantime, John's knocking him off. He ends up with a couple different bags that these guys are carrying around, one of which was the detonators that they had while they were putting the explosives on the roof, which is how they were going to get away with everybody thinking that they had been killed in this explosion.
Mm-hmm.
And so, John, in this whole thing, John's, he's got these, he's throwing fucking C4 down the elevator shaft because LAPD's trying to breach the building, and they're already prepared for that with missiles and all kinds of shit like that. And it comes down to the point where John's pretty much carrying around these detonators, and he runs into Hans on the roof, who's looking over what still needs to be done to make this happen. Because now LAPD's there, fucking FBI's there, and the FBI douchebags. I mean, you just think, wow, these guys are fucking arrogant assholes. Agent Johnson, that's Agent Johnson. No relation. Well, yeah, one's black and one's white. I think we can understand there's no relation there, but they're gonna fly up and take the terrorists out on the roof with whatever casualties along the way. It didn't matter to them. But it's loaded with C4, and John sees that, and he's up there, and then Hans comes up there to check it out, and where they meet up, which I thought was an interesting thing, where Alan Rickman is such of an amazing actor.
Yeah.
And it really shows in this part as Gruber, because he's got that, I don't know, what is it, a British, what kind of accent does he have?
I think it's supposed to be German.
German?
I think. Yeah.
But he does this accent so well as the character of Hans.
The name was
Gruber.
Hans.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But when John meets up with him up there, because John didn't know what he looked like, he pretended to be one of the fucking guys at the party who got out.
Hey, you're one of them. You're one of them.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Oh, please, God, no, you're one of them, aren't you? You're one of them. No, don't kill me, please. No, please. Don't kill me, please.
Whoa, relax. Relax. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you.
Yeah. So it just goes to show you what a great actor that Alan Rickman was, being able to do that and selling it, selling the Gruber character.
Yeah.
Of course, John gives him a gun because he thinks he's, one of the good guys. And of course he finds out immediately he's not. But in the grand fashion of John McClane, he never put bullets in the gun.
Yeah.
So, but the team comes after him, and this is where the whole shoe thing, where he's taking his shoes off,
yes,
comes into play, because Gruber had seen that, and then when they were chasing him down to those offices, it was all the glass offices, they shot up all the windows, and fucking, he's like, he has to run across all this broken glass. And I think at that point I'd have been fucking done. I'm like, I'm over. I'm it. Yeah, you guys figured it out. Just get your shit and get the fuck out, because, but it doesn't work that way.
No.
John McClane does not work that way.
No.
A lot of downtime with him talking to Powell, though. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
And it's like, you're talking to him on this fucking radio that everybody can hear what you're saying.
Could they, or did they?
Did they switch channels?
Yeah, that was my. I was thinking maybe there was a channel switch.
There could have been. I don't know, but it always seemed like everybody could hear everybody's bullshit. But anyways, Gruber gets his fucking detonators back because John dropped them. His detonators. And they get everything dialed in. And they're sending everybody up on the roof because the FBI is bringing the helicopters in to pick them up. And, of course, John gets up there, kills the couple bad guys that were leading everybody up, Because all the I don't know. You want to call them terrorists? They're just calling the bad guys.
Because they weren't terrorists. Because they were. I mean, that's what they thought they were. That's what people thought they were. But they were just robbers, basically. You know.
So all the bad guys,
all
we'll
the
call them
bad
the bad guys, are actually heading down to the parking garage because they've got a hidden ambulance and a truck they brought in. That's how they're going to that's how they're going to make their escape.
Yeah.
They're going to blend in on their way out. And so John goes up there, gets everybody off the roof. Well, they go ahead and blow the roof anyway. Luckily, everybody was down except John.
Except for John.
Who actually takes a fucking fire hose and jumps off the side of this fucking...
Well, and before that, because he was trying to get people to listen to him to get off the roof, so he starts firing his gun.
Right, yep.
And so automatically the helicopters think, oh, he's a terrorist, you know? So they start firing at him.
Yep. Yeah, so, he knows that it's coming. He gets tied off with a fire hose, jumps off the side of this... I don't know. How fucking tall is this building anyway? Yeah. 90 floors maybe? I don't know. But he jumps off the fucking roof of this thing. And, of course, the exact amount of fire hose gets him right back to the floor he needed to be on. I guess that was the 30th floor. So, what do you think? 45 floor
maybe.
Floor size?
Yeah, something like that.
But, yeah, it puts him right where he needs to be on the way back down. At some point, then, he ends up... one of the important plots of this is the fucking reporter.
The reporter.
And he shows up throughout movies coming forth, but the reporter was played by...
Yeah, William Atherton, Richard Thornburg.
Yeah, Richard Thornburg, who's the unscrupulous TV reporter, finds out who John is because Ellis. Well, I forgot to tell you about Ellis, one of the coworkers that the coke fiend who fucking thinks he's a salesman of some sort, but he thinks he's gonna sell out, or he thinks he's gonna sell Gruber on the fact that he's one of the guys that helped get him out of there, and he ends up getting shot and killed. But by then he's already told him who John is. Yeah. Because they've been calling him Roy, as in like Roy Rogers throughout the whole fucking... throughout the whole movie. And so now they know who he is. Well, somehow fucking Richard Thornburg finds out and goes to the fucking house and interviews the kids. Because he finds out that John and Holly are both in there.
Yeah. And his... One of the girls that worked for him, one of his, I don't know, his assistant or whatever, finds out all the information on who John McClane was and where his wife was, kids were. So he goes and he does. Basically, right or wrong, he was doing his job. You know.
Yeah, but in the middle of a fucking quote-unquote terrorist attack... Yeah. You go and you put these people's kids on TV.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was right. Your ethical thing, but that's what reporters freaking are. You know, they're gonna get the big story and make a name for themselves. Right. At all costs.
Well, he cost them, that's for sure, because they take Holly with them. They send everybody else up to the roof. They're gonna use her as a fucking a leverage piece, so to speak. Yeah. In the meantime, John gets involved with Carl. They meet up, and it's not shots fired. This is going to be an old-fashioned fisticuff. Yeah.
Now, and remember we talked about the bare feet thing, and he had to walk over that grass. His feet are shredded.
Oh, yeah.
So he's in a lot of pain trying to get to where he needed to be. Pulling out big shards of glass out of it. It's nasty.
Jumping in elevator shafts. Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on in this movie. Yeah. But he ends up fucking hanging Carl from a fucking chain. It was just fun because, here he is yelling at him, I'm going to fucking kill you. And he's just fucking beating the shit out of him, slamming his head against a bunch of fucking railing and stuff like that. Wraps that chain around him and pulls him. Because it was on some sort of pulley system that went across out there, and fucking hung his ass up there, which I thought was it's a great way to
great kill scene.
Yeah, exactly. No, you nailed it, and it's representation of and I don't know, I didn't look it up, which one came first, but Lethal Weapon did the same thing. Because if you remember, Riggs and Murtaugh were running through, and they see that guy hanging from the chain. Is like, is that Joshua? No, that's not Joshua. Okay, move on. You remember that?
Yeah, but I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I know, right? Well, maybe we should get into that one.
Probably should.
There you go. Anyways, Carl's dead. It's pretty much Hans and the original front guy at the who took over the front desk, who initially talked to Al Powell there at the front desk. That's all that's pretty much left, except Hans has got Holly, and John's pretty much out of bullets at this point.
Got two. Got two.
He's got two for his handgun, which he's had the whole entire time.
Yep.
And what do you do? God damn it, what do you do, John McClane? Well, you take your automatic rifle that you got, and you make it look like you're coming out with that, but you tape with Christmas tape. Here's your Christmas portion of the fucking show. You tape the gun to your back. Yeah? Seems like a logical choice. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that Christmas tape is going to hold that on your sweaty-ass body. Bloody, sweaty, dirty. Yeah. Of course, they get down there, and he shoots the guard, the other guard, and Holly, I don't know, elbows Gruber, and he fucking shoots him, and in fashionable style, which I don't know if this is even possible, ladies and gentlemen, but Hans backs into the window. Does he break the window, or does it get shot? I can't remember.
I think I had a little bit of both.
Okay. So
I think it was shot enough to where when he hit it, it broke.
It could be. But he runs into it, and now he's falling off, but he's taking Holly with him. And so John grabs Holly, and Hans is holding on by her watch, which they make mention in the beginning of the movie. And he's getting ready to... He's still carrying his gun. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how that happens. It's like, oh, hey, wait, I'm hanging here. I'm going to shoot the person that's holding us up.
Well, no, what happened was, I'm trying to remember, because he acted like he was giving up. And he got his hands up, kind of behind his back.
You're talking about John.
Yeah. And Gruber going, what was that you said to me? You know,
yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, and pulled that gun off. One in one guy, one in
Gruber.
One in Gruber, one in the other guy. Gruber falling back into the window, still had the hold of Holly, had the hold of her watch, and John went over there, was trying to pull her up, and Gruber pulled out his gun, gonna shoot him. And he unclapped the watch, and he falls, and one of the greatest falling scenes you've ever.
I hope that's one of the terrorists.
I hope that's one of the terrorists. But yeah.
It's like I said, it was interesting though. It's kind of like, Gruber's hanging on there, and he pulls the gun out like he's going to shoot them. But why would you shoot who's holding on to you? That's what I was saying. I don't understand.
I think he knew. He probably knew he was screwed. I mean, maybe he was just going to try to shoot McClane.
And take Holly with him.
And make him let go, and then maybe
that could very well
Holly would try to pull him back.
I don't know. But anyways, they release the watch. Hans falls to his death from the 30th floor. And you get Holly and John coming down, and John actually meets Sergeant Al there face to face, and they're kind of having a whole little thing, there's some feels going on there, and
they're doing some hugging,
and all of a sudden there's a noise behind them, and who pops out of the rubble but Carl. Carl has still got his automatic weapon. I don't even know how he had the gun, how he got down. Did somebody bring him down, and they had a pile of bodies there?
He probably just lost consciousness and then came through and was able to get that off his neck and drop down, and
he snuck down there and was waiting on him.
maybe.
But this is where Officer Al then unloads his weapon into Carl.
And you don't know who it is. Although on the watch back, you see him reaching for his gun.
Yeah. Yep. Because it's the dancing bear thing and the moonwalking bear. If you're not paying attention to what's going on in the background, then you'll miss it. But since you know how it ends, when you go back to rewatch, you can see him reaching.
Yeah.
But so Al Powell then, shoots Carl dead.
Yeah, because they
Carl,
look back and all of a sudden they see him.
Carl Winslow.
Oh. There you go. Yeah.
Boy, that theory just keeps getting more and more real, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, then they look back and they just see him standing there with the gun. And then kind of a funny scene, Argyle comes crashing through with the limo. Because he had stopped the
computer guy.
The computer guy from leaving because he seen him sneaking out in the ambulance in the back of the truck. So he come through, crashing through the gate to pick up Holly and
John.
Because he knew exactly where they were.
Exactly. He knew exactly where they were.
Yeah. And they go and the cop goes to point a gun at him and then no, he's with us.
Yeah, he's with me. He's with me.
Yeah, that's different with me.
Yeah, and then, of course, the Richard Thornburg then approaches both Holly and John to talk to him, to interview him, and fucking Holly punches his lights out. And you gotta love that point. Well, didn't really punch his lights out, but gave him a good fucking sock to the face. But
yeah, I can't remember. In Die Hard 2, you get exactly what the damage was to it.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
I thought about going and watching 2. I mean, I know it's not really an 80s movie, but I just finished the rewatch of this one, and I was like, huh, all right.
Yeah, because I like 1 and 2. After that, they're just...
See, now, I like the later ones. I like the later ones a lot, especially one with Justin Long. It's a Good Day to Die. I don't remember which one.
Good Day to Die Hard.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't bad movies, but they weren't the same. He wasn't, crawling through, air ducts and stuff. And
they were different. I mean,
they were still good movies, but
the add-ups were with what they've done. Hold on, I'm looking for sequels here. Give me just a second. I can tell you which one. Maybe I won't. What they done with making it more modern. So, Live Free and Die Hard. That was the one, which was the 4th one. Was the one with Justin Long.
Okay.
And that was about the cyber terrorists, which has one of my favorite actors is Timothy Olyphant in it.
Okay.
And so, I mean, it's made it more modern. They moderned it up. They brought Lucy in. Lucy, the daughter who was in the first one. I don't know if it's the same. It's not probably the same actress, but
probably not.
But they brought in her character into this one, and then A Good Day to Die Hard is when he teams up with his son Jack, and they do the Moscow thing. So they and Lucy's a little bit into that one too, where and all that. I just like how they just keep going, and shit keeps happening, but they end up bringing in some of the family members and shit like that. The one with Jack, with his son Jack, Good Day to Die Hard, I thought was a lot of fun because it was totally off script, and you had these 2 badass actors who are coming in to play, father son, and it's almost like getting Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade with Sean Connery and Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I mean they weren't bad movies. They were just so. I think they got away from what
the original Die Hard is. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but I liked them as they went along.
Yeah, I liked them.
Of course, number 3 was Samuel L. Jackson and Hans's brother that is now fucking tormenting McClane, which was a lot of fun. And once again, it became more about a $1 million heist or millions of dollars in gold in this one. But them going on the scavenger hunt. But now, Frankie, you had something you said you wanted to get into about this.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this laundry list of actors that were offered this role of John
The Costco
McClane.
list? I call it the Costco list.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I kind of wanted to go through this list and see who we thought could pull off this role and who absolutely
fucking way.
no fucking way.
No fucking way.
But yeah, so I'm gonna start out with. I'll just go through the list. The first one, Sylvester Stallone.
Oh. Action part, yes. Dialogue and you loving the character of John McClane, no.
No.
I don't think I don't think he's a likable enough personality.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It just doesn't work.
All right. The second one, I agree. I don't think he could. Richard Gere.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. Richard Gere is I fuck prostitutes. That's not a John McClane, style.
I just don't say. I mean, great actor. Don't get me wrong, but
he's good at the romantic.
I don't think
Richard Gere is a great actor in what he does. Is what I was getting at. Pretty Woman is where he fuck. That's what I was.
Yeah.
A
I don't see
pretty
Richard
woman.
Gere either. Yeah.
I would have banged fucking a young. I can't even think of her fucking name now.
I'm gonna go down one because they go to him later because he was actually gonna take the role, but he went for something else. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, just no.
He turned the role down.
You big guy, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Fucking German. No. Yeah, he actually turned the role down because he wanted to get into comedy and decided to do Twins.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Instead of this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was such a big role for him, too.
Yeah. I don't. Arnold Schwarzenegger just don't seem like it would have been right for me. All right, next one. Clint Eastwood.
I mean,
even motherfucker. Make my day.
I mean, at this point, Clint was already an older actor. I just don't see it. I'm trying to montage back to 80s Clint. When was the Dirty Harry movies? Were those the 70s, the late 70s?
Weren't they late 70s, early 80s, I think?
I don't remember. I wasn't a huge Dirty Harry fan. There was like one or two that I watched repeatedly, but
Every Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can.
Yeah, I think he's God love Clint Eastwood, and I know he's still out there doing things, but I think he's too frumpy for this fucking part.
Yeah, a younger Clint Eastwood, maybe.
Maybe. But you were talking about a very young.
But I think it would have been
Wild West.
A different vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it working.
Okay. Next one, Harrison Ford.
Now listen, yeah, I could possibly see Harrison Ford doing it.
Get off my building.
Yeah. But he was so wrapped up in the Indiana Jones stuff. I mean, that's the Harrison Ford you be getting.
Yeah.
Is the Indiana Jones style stuff.
I think he could have done the role. I think it would have been different from Bruce Willis's role version of it, but I think he could have possibly pulled it off in a different way. But
I'm trying to think. I want you to envision right now a Harrison Ford in a white wife beater staring out a busted window going, "Welcome to the party, pal." Can you envision that?
Yeah. No, not really.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. Burt Reynolds.
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I try not to envision Burt Reynolds in anything. I don't give a shit. He's not my favorite actor. Once again, he's one of those monotone actors. Yeah. You love to watch him in some of the things they did, which I think somebody put a meme out. You've seen The Longest Yard, Adam Sandler's Longest Yard, right?
Yes.
Where Burt Reynolds is, he's dressed as a football player. You know, he's kind of like the captain or whatever, backup. but he needs to go in. So he fucking, he grabs his helmet, throws his hat down and grabs his helmet. And like, where are you going? And he's going into play. And then somebody just put Phillip Rivers underneath it.
Yeah, I seen that one. Yeah. I don't. I just can't picture Burt Reynolds doing this. It just.
Once again, age-wise, I mean, he'd had some great roles growing up, with Smokey the Bandit and Stoker Ace and all that stuff. But at this point, I just see him as too old for that particular character.
Yeah. Now, do you think if he'd have taken the role, they would have had Dom DeLuise do the...
You Hans Gruber?
Not Hans Gruber, but the cop.
Oh, maybe. There you go, yeah. Oh, God, that'd have been... Oh. There'd have been no sequels.
No. Okay, the next one was Nick Nolte.
Listen, but 48 hours, we're talking 84.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is I'm trying to imagine these actors in that time.
Yeah.
Not what we see him as now. I mean, there ain't no way Nick Nolte can't even fight his way off his couch. But,
it just would have been a different character. I mean, a lot of these guys, not that they couldn't have done the role, I think most of them, but it would have been in their way, their style, and it would have been the same.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll work.
Yeah. The next one, Mel Gibson.
Young Mel Gibson, I could see
Absolutely
that.
Gibson.
I could see Mel doing this at that time frame.
Yeah, I think it would have still been a good movie with Mel Gibson.
Absolutely.
Okay, the next one, I'm real curious with you on this one.
Uh-huh.
Don Johnson.
Wow.
Oh, and the next one too, I'll be interested.
I think Don Johnson probably could have pulled this off. It would have been. I think it would have been different, but I think maybe that once again, I'm still looking back at the '80s Don Johnson.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think maybe
I could see him in the white.
Yeah.
The white beater.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So once again, it would have been in his style, but I still think he could have pulled it off and been a good movie.
Once again, stand at the window. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party. All right, next one. Richard Dean Anderson.
Oh shit, Mr. MacGyver.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think
you know
he could
what?
have done it.
You know what? This whole laundry list, this whole Costco. That's my new thing. I'm calling it the Costco list. The Costco list of actors that you just threw out there. Richard Dean Anderson probably I could have seen being the best fit out of all of them. Maybe Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, Richard Dean Anderson, I think, probably would have fit that as far as him being able to play that character. I'm not sure he could have pulled it off as far as being a complete badass.
Yeah.
Because we always see him as the MacGyver style.
Yeah.
And to put him in something like that may just have soiled his MacGyver reputation.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see him being able to pull it off.
All right, next name with Paul Newman.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely
no.
not. No way. James Caan.
No.
No?
Nope.
And the last one, Al Pacino.
Maybe.
To me on.
You talking to me, Gruber? You talking to me, Gruber? Listen, maybe. I would love to see some fucking just some demo reels of him doing that. That would be hysterical beyond words, but I don't think it would have really worked in the end. Bruce Willis worked.
Yes.
It worked so well. I mean, it's hard to try to imagine anybody else but Bruce Willis playing this character. And Bruce played it for, 5 movies altogether, I think.
Like that, yeah.
I don't know if there's a 6th one, if there ever was a 6th one. But it's hard to think about anybody else playing that part except Bruce Willis.
Now, I mean, let's say Mel Gibson took the part.
Okay.
Now, And we were talking about this movie with him, and it turned out to be a great movie, which it probably would have. And then I'm going through this list, and we get to Bruce Willis. We'd probably be going, nah, Bruce Willis, nah, I can't see it.
Well, and you're not wrong, because at that point of his career, what was he doing? Moonlighting, kind of that comedy, romantic comedy TV show.
Detective.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Can I take 1 second and just look at Bruce Willis's career?
Yeah.
I want to look down his not his discography, but so he was okay. So yeah, it was in the 80s. He was doing Moonlighting, Die Hard, and that was his raise to fame. And of course, he did Look Who's Talking and shit like that. But of course, he did the albums, The Return of Bruno, which, Respect Himself, featuring the Pointer Sisters. Then the 90s is when you get pretty much the rest of the Die Hard. He did Ghost. What was Ghost?
I
guess I didn't realize that Bruce Willis was in there.
Oh.
Maybe? I don't know.
Talk about the Ghost
with Patrick Swayze, yeah.
DeMay?
Yeah.
Well, he might have. That was his wife at the time, so,
Oh, that's true.
She may have pulled some strings.
Yep. You get Hudson Hawk, which is a 1991 movie that fucking nobody's ever heard of, but I love that fucking movie.
Oh, I've heard of it. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
It is so fucking stupid. It's great. The Last Boy Scout, Striking Distance, Color of Night. But going back to the 80s stuff, I mean, he was doing Moonlighting, and I think this is his gateway to being an action star, because Moonlighting was just a fucking, like I said, romantic comedy show. So if that's all he ever did, and we had this list, we would be like, no, I don't think so. I don't think that would work. But yeah,
but it worked.
It did work.
But Bruce Willis, he nailed it, and obviously we don't know any different, so we can't really say how any of these other guys would have done.
He did a movie. God, I know I've seen this movie. In 1987, he did a movie called Blind Date. I do. I'm looking at the cover of the movie right now with Kim Basinger and John Larroquette. I have seen that movie. So he did that movie before he did Die Hard. So maybe that would have been a gateway. We'd had something to look back at that, as far as kind of that beaten, brutal type movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because he gets beat up pretty bad in that movie.
I was sitting there looking at these other guys. The character of Carl was played by Alexander Godunov.
Okay.
However you say that Russian name. He was a Russian guy. He was a ballet dancer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
He passed away.
Oh. He's a big dude. He's a big guy to be a ballet dancer, isn't he?
Well, I know a guy about, male ballet dancers, they've got to be pretty muscular and stout, because they do a lot of lifting.
Well, that's a good point. Very, very good point. Very good point.
Yeah. Another character I wanted to go with the deputy chief.
Paul Gleason,
which we all love from Breakfast Club.
Absolutely.
He played the principal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and he was a dick in this movie too.
He was. He plays that asshole character very, very well. I seen his name pop up. And you don't realize it's him until you don't think about him being in this movie. You think about him, if you say Paul Gleason, I'm like, fuck yeah, it was Breakfast Club. I never in a million years be like, well, he was in Die Hard. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Argyle was played by Devereaux White.
And what did he go on to do? Anything?
Let's see. He's best known for that role.
I'm sure. He looks very familiar, though.
He was his first booking for the Jeffersons, Little House on the Prairie. I guess he was in the Blues Brothers.
Really?
As a would-be shoplifter.
Right on.
Mac Duggan Return, Places in the Heart.
Kind of looks like he does a lot of TV.
Yeah.
He's the head of the class.
Head of the class.
Yeah. He was in Workaholics in 2014. Yeah.
He did a lot of stuff, you know.
It's just one-off shit that nobody remembers anymore. Yeah.
But
Very cool.
I don't think there's any other really big names in the that I'm seeing popping out. I mean, Holly was played by Bonnie Bedelia. I think he got kind of a laundry list of stuff.
It's not called the laundry list anymore. What is it called?
Oh, the Costco.
There you go.
Yeah. She's in the soap opera Love of Life. My mother watched that one, I remember.
She's got a very memorable face. So, I
Yeah.
mean, if you see her and shit, you'll know.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think she did all the Die Hard, didn't she? Or the ones that
I think
that
1
had
and
the white
2.
venom.
Yeah, did she come back for... I don't think she came back for anything later after 2. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Anyways, Frankie.
But anyway.
We hope that everybody out there is having a Merry, Merry Christmas.
That's right.
And
it's not Christmas until you see Hans Gruber fall from the... I can't even pronounce it. The
Nakatomi.
Nakatomi Towers, yeah. I seen that on a meme.
It's not Christmas until Hans falls off the Nakatomi Tower. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. But we hope me and Frankie and everybody here at Golden Mojo Entertainment hope you're having a Merry Christmas. And we are so happy that you're part of our little family here as we bring you content every week. Some of us are just beat the living shit right now, and it's still here just for you, for the listeners. So go check out the website, get yourself a post-Christmas gift, and get yourself a Golden 80s t-shirt or hoodie, and keep yourself warm, because I have a feeling this is going to be a cold, brutal winter, and you're going to need that sweatshirt. So until next week, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
See ya.
That's terrible. Thank you for listening to the Golden 80s podcast. Check us out at goldenmojoent.com, where you can find out about our great merchandise and a little bit about Frankie and Golden J. Also, at goldenmojoent.com, you can find out about all the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment network of podcasts, like
the United States of Paranormal, Indiana Chiefs fans, the Gridiron Kingz, MurdNerds, the Nostalgia Tug, Real Terror, and the Puck Yeah Podcast. But you can still find Golden Image Podcast, A Quart of Books and Booze, and the Call Guys wherever you stream your favorite podcast. And if you have a story that you would like us to cover, just let us know at thegoldenimage80s@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen.